My husband said something unforgivable to our son. I found out that my husband has said something to our son that I consider to be unforgivable. We have a 7-year-old son. He's played football the last few years, and he's shown some talent. For the last few months, my son has devoted most of his spare time to practicing and playing. At first, I didn't think anything of this because I thought he was having fun. But now, knowing what I know, I feel like a terrible mom. My son had not been feeling well for a few days. He had a match, and he said he was better even though it was clear he was not. He fought with me to go, but I held firm. He ended up in tears. My son does not cry easily, and I couldn't for the life of me understand what was going on. My son told me he had to go play so his dad will love him. I told him his dad and I love him no matter what. My son said his dad said that if he, my son, didn't play well at football, he, my husband, would not love him. My son was inconsolable, and I thought it must be a misunderstanding. When I talked to my husband, I was in shock because my husband did tell me he remembered saying it. He admitted it. I was shocked and angry when my husband told me he said it, and I was screaming at him to know why. When it happened, I had been at work, and my son had spent the day with my sister, my brother-in-law, and their children. My husband told my son this after they dropped him home. They were talking about football, and my son said he didn't want to play so much. That was when my husband told him. My husband told me he'd been round at the pub and he was drunk. Even though he remembers saying it, he never told me about it, and he didn't try to correct it with my son. He said he wants to keep my son motivated. My son turns 8 years old this year, and my husband said that next year when he turns 9 years old, my husband wants to enroll him in a football academy because he'll be legally old enough. I was so angry I had to leave the room. I asked my son why he didn't tell me what his dad said. I tried not to sound accusing. My son said his dad told him if he didn't play football, he would disappoint his mom. My son says he wants to play football with his friends, but he doesn't want to play all the time like he is now, and he doesn't want to go to an academy. I've done everything I can to tell my son that what his dad said was wrong. I have reiterated that I love him and will not be disappointed if he doesn't play football. I am so angry at my husband, I can't stay with him after what he did to our son. I know I've been a terrible mom not to notice what was going on sooner. I don't have anywhere else to put this, so I'm putting it here. I always thought my husband was a good father, but it's clear I missed something. My husband continues to insist our son will go to an academy next year. My husband has not apologized or tried to talk to our son about what he said to our son. I am getting things in order to leave. I have an appointment with a solicitor. I think what my husband did was unforgivable, no matter what he does now. I have nowhere else to put this or get it out, so I'm putting it here. I know I have to be a better mom. I should have known what was going on. I know I risked getting torn apart here, but I had to get it out.